So then I did the reverse journey of what most people do. Most people start with a very simple project. I just started at algorithmic crypto trading system, and then start from like no AI, basic AI, and then until now it's magic. So how did I get into vibe coding? And let me get you out basically from 1 second, CEO of a vape company, doing advocacy and all kinds of stuff, disappear for a little while. Suddenly I'm developing things with AI. So 180 Smoke just sold. They have a retirement party for me. I decide that I'm sick of being in an over-regulated market and being an adversary of the government for some reason. I was just trying to help people quit smoking. And I'm thinking to myself in my genius mind that maybe I should go into the restaurant business. I mean, nobody hates food, they should leave me alone. And then next thing you know, I signed a lease, and then COVID hits. In November 2019, I signed a lease for a new restaurant, and COVID hits. That didn't work out. I guess I really wish after you make an exit, you should really take a pause. You should really evaluate where you are, just observe, just exist a little bit. Don't rush to do the next thing. Right around that time, I got into crypto, and it was really hard for me to pay attention to the price action. A lot of times when I'm on it, I catch the good moments. But when let's say middle of the night, some crazy event happens, I would miss it and I'll feel bad. So that got me into trading bots. And trading bots are very fascinating. I mean, there's all kinds of types, but what I got into is grid bots. They're super slow, and they're one of those like long-term, boring, small gain type of strategies. But in the process of playing around with it, and maybe because of boredom of lockdowns, I was really like fascinated by the geometry and how the lines move. And in my head, I visualized a much better dynamic and how the lines start responding to the code in a way that increased efficiency just a little bit. And then I was like, well, what if we also reinvest it afterwards, reinvest the profit as opposed to the typical bots? Wow, okay, that's compounding. What if we also tweak efficiency here and efficiency here, efficiency here, and then you stack all these efficiencies, and then I'm suddenly thinking, wow, okay, grid bots, well, not standard grid bots, but grid bots on steroids could become a lucrative strategy. At that point, crypto skyrockets, and there's a little bit extra liquidity left for this experiment. So this is way before AI. This is back in the days where we had to hire teams of programmers. So good thing I have a little bit of experience in software and web development, things of that nature. I write a very detailed spec of the strategy. So I found the team, one of them in Ukraine, another one in Russia. This is before the conflict. We quoted them to do it for approximately $40,000 in about 6 months. The war breaks out, delays everything like crazy, and by the time everybody settles, we have about half the teams left, and they at best are able to give me a proof of concept. So now we're about $70,000 of fees and labors and everything like that to develop it, and we have a basic duct tape proof of concept, a slap together patches and different systems and visualization services to be able to just validate that yes, this idea actually works, not only in practice but in actual trading. Because backtesting, you know, I don't really trust backtesting. So we're trading. Suddenly we have enough to declare, okay, we have a horizontal movement profit, we have vertical movement profit, we have downward movement, still not losing money, not profit but not losing money. And then suddenly we're like, whoa, okay, we have something here, and then FTX collapses and Bitcoin crashes all at the same time. And alongside it, the entire liquidity for the trading, for the future trading of this strategy, as well as the money allocated towards further development to pay for the programmers before we had such a thing called AI. Up in the air, everything disappears, and now I've seen the light, I've seen this like potential moneymaker, and then it evaporates. So I kind of abandoned the idea for 3-4 years, and then AI gets good enough, and some people are starting making claims that it can write code better than a human in some instances. So I decided to test it. This is in the old school days of Claude 3.5, and in AI, old school is a year ago. then I decided, instead of building the whole system, what the Ukrainians did for me previously, is that I'm going to try to piggyback on an existing engine. I read about TradingView, and TradingView seems promising. TradingView does the whole bunch of backtesting for me, it visualizes everything for me, it can accept a simple strategy in PineScript, and it's able to apparently submit orders on my behalf, which is the full solution. And then I look in this PineScript, and PineScript is pretty easy. And so through pain and misery, through about a week and a half or two, I'm able to go back and forth with the old Claude 3.5 and the GPT, whatever model that was, and we get to a basic like proof, the same choreography and the movements of lines that I envisioned back then and what we recreated, then suddenly it works inside of TradingView. Suddenly every other backtest that I'm running is wildly positive, especially in longer and longer time frames. And I'm like, whoa, cool. And then I realized that you cannot submit orders that way. They have a very primitive order submission process, TradingView. Once again, I'm like, okay, well, I don't have a system to orchestrate the high frequency submission of orders and replacement of orders and all this like very intricate and complicated mechanism. I need control over the actual system, actual architecture. So Hummingbot is like an open source Python-based trading system. It has already connectors to a whole bunch of exchanges, crypto exchanges, and has a bunch of even like decentralized exchanges. So that's a cool premise. And I begin chiseling away at this massive complex code base that the LLMs can barely tackle all by myself, once again with the visuals showing the exact lines and where the transactions would have happened and so forth. So it generates this beautiful backtesting engine again for my strategy inside of Hummingbot that is now theoretically capable for high frequency trading. And now I'm hooked. Now I'm fully into vibe coding because I'm going in this this crazy complex thing with very basic models. And the thing is, with the less capable the model is, the more capable you have to be, and the more you have to break it down to smaller and smaller, manageable, tiny little pieces, and be very diligent with the process of how you work at it. And then I could see the evolution of the models, but I guess also my own workflow, my own knowledge and ability to work with the limitations of the models. So now, and I remember the moment where both my own learning curve as well as the models got better, and we just started imagining features and it would take place. We crunched through all the dream features, everything that I just imagined the system would have. We quickly just developed it. Obviously, it's not that quick. We have to go back and forth. To me, it's magic. It's able to handle massively complex systems. It's able to conduct studies on my behalf. It's able to validate or disprove my hypotheses. So after such a journey of just doing the most complex thing possible, imaginable, at hard speed, at hard difficulty, at any given point, and then gradually increasing and seeing and feeling the models get smarter underneath my keyboard is definitely convincing in how effective this thing is. And that's why I am now doing AI coding, because basically I got forged in fire. I had to take the system apart and put it together and pick it apart and together. And every time we did it, it got better and better and better. And then now, like, this new custom system that is just does everything that I want. It scans the markets automatically every night. It auto deploys at the best current opportunity. I then realized also that trading is not that easy. It's not just the geometry reacting to it. Now you have, server reliability, security. You gotta keep the strategy alive. You got all kinds of weird odd cases. But guess what? Once you reach canary testing, which is testing with small amounts of money just to make sure it actually works before you deploy large capital, well, suddenly you're stuck. Because 2 weeks in, let's say canary testing, you think you're good, and then some weird thing happens towards the end, and you're like, oh, I gotta fix the math here, or I gotta like make it more robust and so forth. And now you make a new version of the code, and guess what? Now I gotta deploy it all over again. So now I'm crawling. It was like racing. The bottleneck was the coder. Now the bottleneck is live trading, wow, takes a while. I'm really excited about sharing the journey that I went through and kind of like the approach that we've taken. I can't really share, I guess, the specifics of the strategy or like the secret sauce, I guess, but I can definitely show you like through the UI work, and I can walk you through a little bit of the features and infrastructure and overall everything that supports this strategy, because this was really my learning journey. And then after that, it became so easy to develop anything else, especially web, because web is kind of my background. This is where I'm from. But algorithmic crypto trading for ex-graphic designer, it's not really, you know, my niche. It was a huge learning curve. But, you know, I know Kung Fu.